What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy, and I'm coming at you with another video. And we're continuing to talk Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's right, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the latest installment of the whole remake cycle that they are doing right now. Comes out this Thursday, so if you guys are prepared for that, go on ahead. And with this game coming out, they've been working a big advertisement right now with the demo updating to add on Junin Harbor and not Junin Harbor. This was the Junin Harbor is the place beforehand. This is I can't think of it off the top of my head. Costa del Sol, to add in Costa del Sol, in which, well, you got this wonderful video of Tifa and Aerith in a very fun, wonderful bikini. And gosh, guys, we were all excited. We were all happy. We were all like spouting out, hey, it looks like things are changing. Hey, it looks like stuff's going on. Hey, it looks like the ethics department truly is gone and they're not going to be going around censoring anything. That's right. Square Enix has completely changed their course. Wrong. No, because turns out that due to a minor, it is a canonical issue that they put in the actual Rebirth versus Remake, because of how Tifa's stuff is, a minor change had to be made, and yes, they outright changed it. And it's a weird change too, to be perfectly honest, to retroactively go back after the game's now coming out, after everything's going on, after everybody's saying, hey, Rebirth actually looks like it's pushing out some good stuff. People seem very excited to have this come out, but ain't no effing way they updated Final Fantasy VII Integrate or Final Fantasy VII Remake, whatever you want to call it, only to retroactively censor Yeehaw Tifa and break mods. That's right, they retroactively went in to change the Tifa model, and it was an 8 gigabyte update, 11 gigabyte update. I thought it was 8 at the time. Yeah, it was an 11 gigabyte update just to put this shirt on right here. Now, I know somebody's going to come out here and say, what's the big deal? You're just complaining because you want to see a canonically 15-year-old chesticles. No, I don't. That's not the argument here. The argument is, why did this have to happen? Why are you doing this such a small detail? And that's a good argument here. I know a bunch of people who are going to be coming out, saying, hey, why are you complaining about this? Why are you talking about this? Why are you engaging with this? It's just a small detail. It's not that big of a deal. They'll do all these diminishing things. It's such a small detail. If it's such a small detail, why go back and retroactively change it? Why go back and retroactively do anything with it? And we'll come over here, even Learning the Law is putting stuff out. Square Enix applied censorship to Final Fantasy VII Remake Steam by patching it today, pointing it out like, hey, here's the new one versus here's the old one. Here's new versus here's old. And it is a weird thing. It is a weird change. And the justification for it is, well, canonically, we accidentally made Tifa have this black shirt in Rebirth. So now to try to make the canon and all this stuff make sense, this little error, we're going back to the Remake to put the shirt on her that we added in the newest thing. And it does beg the question, why? It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a thing to actually have to go back and, completely change, go back to do anything. Well, you come over here, and I like this post. Final Fantasy VII new censorship. There was nothing extremely problematic with the original Tifa unless you're pro-censorship. It looks horrible. It clearly is an ESG-driven change. No artistic. Imagine if they censor Rebirth LGBT relationship. How will it feel? Yes, it was true. By the way, there's people going around saying that this was an LGBT relationship. I still don't know if that's true or not. It's a little iffy on that, but they are right. They have a supposed LGBT relationship within Rebirth, a single one. It's a bunch of NPCs, but he is bringing up a good point. Why is it such a big deal to go in there and do this very, very bad edit where you can just see they just put this black shirt right here on Tifa? And imagine if they came out and did this. Imagine if they came out and retroactively changed this up. Oh, all the people would be getting angry. It's like, oh my God, you're cutting out the homos. You're homophobic now. You're going against this. Oh my God, you're so bad. But we're to diminish this one. We're to diminish all this. We're to say that this is okay. This is good. This is justifiable because it's just a small change. It's just a tiny change. And I know somebody's going to come out here and say, in a past video, I pointed out like the panty change and everything like that. I didn't feel like it was a big deal. I didn't feel like some of this stuff was a big deal. I feel like this is a big deal because this is retroactively censoring a game that already came out that had zero complaints about it, besides the censorship that was already there. This is them subtly doing this. This is these sneaky little things that they've been doing, and that's not okay. And you keep come down here. There's fighting going on over at Enix. I feel like a lot of devs want to move forward, but there's a group of pro censorship parasites that changing stuff by censorship patches we will know the answer when Rebirth releases, if Enix wanting to get away from the ESG/DEI nonsense, but this is worrying. A group can censor any Enix title anytime, and that's right. That's right. That's one of the scariest parts about this. It's not just that they censored Tifa, okay? It's not just that they did this, it's that they retroactively did this. It's that they retroactively went into the game, changed everything, changed it all because of a small continuity error that wasn't really going to be something that a lot of people picked up on. It wasn't going to be something that everybody noticed. And you come over here. So while everyone was celebrating the rebirth Tifa, some group of pro censorship patch Final Fantasy VII on PC and PS5 and added the black duct tape. There's a lot of people telling me in a North American version of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Tifa bust size is smaller and some things are changed or censored versus the Japanese version. Now, I don't know anything about that. I can't play Rebirth for at least 6 months to a year until it gets its PC port, which will eventually come out. But again, it is a thing. Like, this is something going on right now. This is an issue. This is actually kind of terrifying because I am currently playing through Final Fantasy VII Integrate or Remake or whatever you want to call it right now over on my Saturday streams. Check those out. And I've been enjoying the game. I've been liking the game, but knowing that they're going to go in and change stuff because maybe sensibilities, maybe we're going to say, well, it's a continuity error or something like that. That's not okay. That's not good. That's censorship. Censorship is wrong. And you are getting people like this dude right here coming out here saying, oh, it's not that big of a deal, guys. It's not that big of a deal. You guys just want to look at a 15-year-old's boobs and everything like that. That's not a big deal. And you're reacting over nothing. And this is a guy who is actually a video game critic and works for a lot of gaming companies. So there's that for you. Video game journals at its finest. And he's even like, he's slamming the people complaining about this. He's basically implying that they're all a bunch of creeps. I mean, he even says it right here. She's 15 in this sequence, lads. This isn't the hill to die on, but that wasn't the argument. That was never the argument. That was never the argument. And you know it's not the argument, so much so that you even pointed out in your next post. The real crime is that they issued a patch to change an absolutely minuscule continuity difference between this game and the sequel and still haven't even acknowledged that the PC version is a stuttering mess, LMAO. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest complaint here, is you actually get to the real complaint. You actually acknowledge the real complaint, but because of you, because of this stuff, you have to be like, she's 15, guys. You don't want to die on this hill. You guys just want to see her boobs. Now I'm going to tell you guys what their actual argument is, but that's the argument everybody's been pointing out. That's the entire argument here. That's the entire terrifying part of this, is that they retroactively went into a game and changed it due to a minuscule continuity issue, due to a very tiny thing. And a scene that, from, if I'm remembering correctly, is just very small, very short scene, doesn't really come back again, and then you move on. That's it. So why go in there and change it all? Why go in there and do anything to it? Oh, because they can. Because you don't actually own these projects, because you never own these games anymore. You don't own any of this stuff. Any of these companies can come in here and retroactively change stuff and then say, well, it's just a small detail, guys. Don't freak out about it. It's just a tiny thing, guys. Don't freak out about it. But that's how they get you. That's how they start changing stuff. That's how they allow you to say, you know what, this is okay. You know what, this is okay. And then the next thing you know, they're changing more stuff. They're changing more stuff, and they're changing more stuff. Stuff that does support like these weirdos that never actually cared about these projects, never actually engaged with these projects, never actually engaged with Final Fantasy VII to begin with, never actually liked Tifa, never actually liked anything about this. That's how they start appeasing those people who will never be appeased, who will never buy this game, and then start kicking the actual fans to the side. This is terrifying, and this is very upsetting, because for the past couple of weeks I've been singing the praises of Square Enix, and now I'm seeing them do this, and it kind of ticks me off. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.